all they heard was laugh here and laugh there.
Yes.
And he forgot, when we finally reached the hotel, he said, "Oh, Malu, we forgot it's hot."
Before he got to the stage, me, him, behind the doors because the two kids are playing already, right?
Yeah.
And then it was just me taking photos down there. And he was just standing. It's like, I didn't want to bother him. I was like, Freddie.
Welcome to the Pacos Place podcast. And the podcast will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pacos Place. In this episode, I'd like to, just talk to friends of mine. All of us, what we have in common is Freddie Aguilar touched our lives. And we just want to remember him for the person that he is and for the music that he contributed. So our guest for today, we have Carl, Malu, Imelda, and Paul. Thank you, guys. Let's start with I'm gonna start with Carl. We'll start with you.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll start with the Filipino. Okay, you love music and your wife is Filipina. When you guys were talking about bringing Freddie Aguilar to the States, how involved were you?
I was mostly in the background, but I knew that I would play some role, probably mostly as the driver, which I was. My involvement was very minimal.
So finally you met Freddie. The difference between knowing that Freddie Aguilar was coming to the States and then finally meeting him, interacting with him, and spending almost a week with the guy. What was it like?
What I can say about, I had obviously heard Anak before. And so other than that, didn't know much about him, but meeting him, I couldn't say enough good things about this guy. He was so down to earth, so cool and personable and willing to engage you in conversation and just so full of, knowledge from doing what he's done his whole life. And, very, very impressed with him, with his entire family.
Paul, when you found out, you met the guy back in 2007 already.
2007 was the very first time that I was able to photograph him. That's when I also started my photography, doing rock concerts in LA.
Documenting
Filipino legends and bands. That's my forte. So so 2007, and then come back to
wait. 2007. Were you able to talk to him solo?
Yes, actually, you know what? He was very down to earth, like they said. We were all hanging out in the backstage because they were waiting for the band's turn to play. We were sitting in a couch behind the stage. We were laughing. He's like, come here, sit down. and he was him and the Sons were like,
2007, huh?
2007. I was that's 17 years ago. So the young me was just so so excited to hang out. Not only because I'm photographing photographing a legend.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was this cool. It was like we sat on this sunken couch on the backstage, like before their turn. I was like, come here, sit down. And it was like, little talk here and there, but he wasn't, he made people feel surrounding him that it's cool, like I'm not a big shot. I'm not,
I'm just human.
So in 2007, as a beginning photographer, did his demeanor and his openness, did it encourage you to document that event even more? Was it easier for you to document the event because of that?
I shot it because I was actually nervous because that was when I was starting. So it's like, it's like, am I gonna hit or miss this or what? But I had a few shots that are classic now, up to now, that I was able to upload before they had the concert. Moving forward to 2024, it's like one or two that I saved from way back then. I don't even know where the rest of them are. So I'm just excited that I caught them in the with the head banging. They're not but they're doing this and the hair flip, I was able to catch it. And I was like,
The sun does it.
you know,
too.
yeah.
How about in 2024 when you guys saw each other again? Did you remind him who you were? Was
I
it,
did, but
was it different?
I'm not sure if he remembered me. So I was just on the background, just like go with the flow.
Were you able to send him the pictures from 2024?
I think he saw it. Because prior to them producing it, I was I'm doing some little promo like what I had, maybe one or two pictures, just to show that hey, it's been 17 years, Legends coming back, you know. So I have to be there. So thank you for you, because you hooked me up with them.
Thanks for being here.
Yes, appreciate it.
Okay, so Imelda,
Yes.
what made you do it?
First of all, she's my idol, you know.
Okay, so who reached out to you to produce this?
Okay, to, producing it, this lady on my right.
Right. So when Malu came to you, what was your initial reaction?
I said, what? Really? For real? Freddie Aguilar? I said, wow, this will be a big chance of a lifetime. Come on, let's do it. I haven't even,
You don't know how much. You didn't know.
I know, yeah, maybe that will be secondary, but for now, even, I have this little...
Excited, right?
I'm so excited, like, I'll do this no matter
I'll
what.
risk it all.
Yes. This is it. I don't want to miss this big chance or opportunity. It's once in a
glad we
lifetime.
did
So what was it like? When was the first time you talked to him? Was it in the States na, or did you guys communicate when he was overseas? When was the first time?
The first time is, to tell you the truth, when we picked them up from the
airport?
Yes.
So that was the first time.
That was the first time at the Burbank
Okay.
International Airport. Oh my gosh, yeah. I just can't. Here he is when I saw him. Wow. He's just like, no, nobody, He's perspiring. He said, ooh, it's hot here. Do you have water there? That's the
Down to earth.
down to earth. Like, Freddie. I don't know what to do first, to shake hands with him or to just hug him right away. It's like, come on. It's like
So who was with him? Jovi and the boys.
the voice, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Jovi and the voice.
So what made you, Malu, do this project?
When I was like playing in Hobbit House, I always watch them after their show. I always open up the show for them, right? The band. And then I always know after the show they will talk about, hey, you mess up on this one, And he noticed that I'm always there, and he one time said, this kid will do very good because he knows all your errors. She knows all your errors now. And she will always listen to that. And I did really. I always expecting them, did they correct it? And then I said, someday I'm gonna be famous because I'm gonna be as good at that, and I will have money, and I will sing with him on stage. And that's what I did.
So finally, an opportunity came. Mm-hmm. Did you think twice, or did you just grab the
I
opportunity?
grabbed the opportunity. I'm always like that.
So what was your conversation with Carl? How did you present it to him? What did you say?
Carl, I have a show on.
Pretty much.
Right away, it's been not even planned anymore.
Hey, we're
huh?
doing
Like,
this.
We have to do it.
Yeah.
Whether
that's how
you
we
like it or not, right?
Yeah, we don't lie, but he knows, he trusts me.
Okay.
He trusts me, like, okay, so a lot of people don't keep on worrying about, hey, did you make money? Hey, did you even get even? Hey, nobody even asked us, did you have fun?
That's right. That's
Isn't
very
that important no
Yeah.
more?
Priceless yan. Let's talk.
true. Yes,
Right.
priceless.
I'll go to Paula and then I'll go to you, Carl. Because Paul, people have come up to me and asked me, how much do you pay Photo Ops Studio to cover your event? And this guy, thank you, Paul. This guy doesn't charge thousands of dollars for him to cover the event.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, he will only do it because he wants to. He doesn't charge for it. So it's priceless.
Yeah.
So many times I've told Paul to put a price on it. He's like, no, if If I put a price on it, they own me. If I go there by myself and cover it, it's because I want to do it.
Yes.
Can you, based on what Malu said about fun,
Yeah.
what was it like covering the event at the what was it? Celebrity, right?
No,
No, Scientology.
Church of
Yeah.
Scientology.
Burbank.
Yes, Burbank.
He's an icon, so I have to be there, by hook or by crook. So I said, I'm gonna bug them. If I don't bug them, I'm gonna find out who has contacts to them. So,
If
you
there's
know,
So finally, you were there. What was your prep? How did you prep for it?
nothing. I just walked in and say, whatever goes. You know, it's just like with anything that I do. I just walk in, no plans.
And then, how did you cover the event? Did you guys talk about?
Nothing. Just like any other event that I do, I just come in, walk in, let it flow. You know, take care of photos or videos. Take my, yeah, nothing. I don't really bug the artist. You know, I'm not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in other words, when you document, you just let them do what they do, and then you just
Yeah.
capture the moment.
Yeah. I mean, I would have a little here and talk, but he was so busy, so I didn't wanna. You know what I mean? And they're busy. Both of them are running around like like they're spinning already. But both of them, I can see that they were so happy.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
one thing I said. You know what? I'm gonna capture all this emotions and for them having fun. So that was there was no preparation. It was just come in gung ho style.
Yeah.
How about you, Carl? So you drove him around town. Finally, game day. This was showtime. Did his demeanor change? Like from looking and acting normal to being a rock star again? Did you see that transition?
Well, what I can say was when he was on stage, from not really knowing that much about him, I could say I was absolutely starstruck watching him because I maybe my mouth was hanging open, maybe it wasn't, but I was standing outside watching this guy play. Man, this guy is the real deal. And I remember going up to Malu and saying, Malu, this guy's the real thing. He's not up there faking it. He's not up there putting on an act. This is him. This is who he is. And wow, what a performer! What an amazing talent! And it just the energy that filled up this place from him alone. I mean, watching his sons play with him too was awesome. They're both fantastic. But what that energy that he, I guess, radiates on the stage, I was awestruck. It's really fantastic.
And you know what, hearing it from you, a non-Filipino, I mean, your context was based on 5 days of hanging out with the guy, right? Unlike us, we practically grew up with the guy's music.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
was immediately at ease with him upon first meeting him, and just completely relaxed. I wasn't like, maybe it was because I wasn't a fan growing up or anything like that, but just a cool guy, But when he was on stage, he was that same cool guy, but now he was projecting this musical talent, this energy that you can't really describe unless you're even the video. I mean, not to say anything bad about the video, but to actually be in that presence is just something you can't describe. You can only feel it.
Malu, having the opportunity to finally have that dream fulfilled, what was it like being you with Freddie at that moment? And then game day, show's about to start. What was it like?
It was I was so excited. Like, this is it. This is what we prepared this for, So Imelda and I, we're just looking at each other.
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing here, Making sure that by the time we're on stage, we will be on stage. Can you imagine that? Sometimes I forgot, I'm singing too.
Oh yeah, because you were wearing producer hat and artist hat, right?
And I'm the driver too sometimes. My only time to rest is when he's taking a nap.
Oh my
And
God.
I love every minute of it because he said, I love your work ethic. Because when I said, when I said I'll be there at 9, I'll be at the lobby at 8:30, you know. I said, I'll just tell them, hey, take your time. I just want to let you know I'm at the lobby if you need anything. You know.
So you picked him up from the airport, and then the bump on the road, and the
Oh, yeah.
So
After that-
it was hot already.
It was so hot. It was
It's summertime,
August.
yeah.
It was August. And he was wearing like, you know, a rock star with a hat and of
Yeah,
course
jacket.
a jacket and the hair is long. So apparently something happened to the air
AC.
condition. He started taking off his clothes, you know. So I was so worried. Is he gonna take off his hat? Does he have hair? So when he took, you know, so I love Jovi. She's such
Jovi
a
is
nice
his wife. Yeah, yeah.
Jovi.
So she, you know, she took off her. She helped him with the jacket, and then he took off his hat, and I said, "Oh, I thought you're bowed." And all they hear from the front, they were at the front, right?
Right.
All they heard was laugh here and laugh there.
Yes.
And he forgot, you know, when we finally reached the hotel, he said, "Oh, Malu, we forgot it's hot."
No, we didn't go right straight to the hotel.
Where did you guys go?
I hop. They were so hungry and thirsty.
And they said, we want something like, you know,
America.
we never
Yeah.
been to.
Yeah.
American.
And it so happened that I think from Burbank, that is the nearest one, right?
Yes,
The
yes.
IHOP. We went there. Oh, they're so happy. The boys started, you know, the
Taking pictures.
Taking
pictures
photos.
and everything. Oh,
What was going through your head when
Who's gonna pay for this? Joke.
I'm sure it will be both of us, right, Cher? But the thing is like, oh, will Freddie Aguilar be, you know, what do you call this? Will
Be okay
be
with
okay with
this.
this food?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
all pancakes and everything like. But guess
They
what?
loved it.
They love it. Every
Yeah.
little bites, yeah. They're okay.
People.
they're just down to earth, no? That's when
Yeah.
you
Right
realize.
after it.
And their hotel, you know, it's so far, so close from my house. So anything they need, I will just run to them, you know.
Yeah.
Now, thank you, by the way, for allowing me to have an opportunity to interview him here on the
Oh, yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
right? And people may not know, but you guys really went out of your way to make it happen. But then again, at the end of the day, it's still up to the artist if he or she wants to do it. And in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ka Freddy's case, you guys were just dragging him from every place, and he was cool about it.
So cool
Yes.
about that, yes.
How easy was
complaints.
how easy was it to work with him with regard to that?
It was
Because
very easy.
we have to go here today, or we have to go to Paco today, or
No, actually, what we have in mind is this. I think we're making Freddie
Tired.
Aguilar tired, really, and we don't know, we're not aware of what is
feeling.
tattoos,
Oh,
and stuff
oh.
like that. So I said, we better slow down a little bit
Yeah.
because there may be
The
some
last one, I told them to wait first. When there's a
Yeah.
lot of people, then I'll pick them up. So
Yeah.
they don't have to hang out too long.
too long. I think that very first day that when they arrived, we already have a destination, like a
Schedules
location
already.
schedule.
Right away. Right
Yeah,
away.
right
So
away.
almost every day, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Almost
5
every day
days, for
promotion.
5 days, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
From day one, shall I mention?
Yeah.
That's okay?
Yeah.
From day one, right? Mm-hmm. We went to, I think,
Mention your sponsors and mention
There
your
are-
sponsors.
okay, Noipits,
Noipits,
LA,
yeah.
downtown LA.
Day one.
Day one.
Lunchtime or dinner time?
That's dinner.
Dinner time.
Oh, see, dinner time. Wow.
He's okay. He's okay. He's been talking to the press people there because there was it's like a meet and greet, of course, to everybody, and the owner also is there, and everybody's happy, and picture taking here and there and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
That's day one. Okay.
No complaint, huh?
No complaint,
No
of course,
complaint.
and
Wow.
he's okay. Picture taking with anybody, he's all right, and even the sons and Jovi. Second, where's the second?
Day two.
Second is Caviteña.
Caviteña.
In the South Bay, in the South
So we
Bay.
had this also meet and greet, like interview like this. And he
Maya.
answered all the questions like direct to the point with humor. Everybody's really having fun.
Yeah.
So we didn't even notice that.
Like he wasn't looking at right. He
No, we're
wasn't.
not even looking at his watch. No, we are looking at our watch because we know very well that we have of course a time.
Yeah, he
limit on
needs
that
to
too.
rest. He
Right.
To rest and
Yeah.
also the restaurant, right?
Right.
So that's the second. Then the third,
Maya.
this one you before that you wouldn't believe this, but we have a lunch, right?
Oh yeah, in
Lance,
bamboo.
Bistro Filipino.
Bistro Filipino.
Bistro Filipino. So it's like a
Yes.
buffet lunch.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
these are like Filipino
His,
food
and his
now, right?
old friends
Filipino
too came.
food and all, yes.
His
and
old friends
some
came.
relatives came also.
Yeah.
To greet him, and they even bought some like pasalubongs and
Inaanak.
stuff like that. Inaanak.
Yeah.
And it's okay. So we even have like a little, they call this karaoke thing, right?
Because I'm looking at the calendar. You guys were here on Thursday.
Thursday. That's
And Paul and I were together when, remember?
Yeah.
We were together when Malu was looking for a day
yeah.
to bring Ka Freddy here to the podcast. Yeah. I'm looking at it now.
So that was Thursday. Was that Thursday?
August 15, yes.
August 15. But that day, I think we even went to, Wednesday after Bistro Filipino, then we went to
Maya.
Rancho Cucamonga, Maya.
Oh my God.
See that? From
Yeah.
Bistro Filipino.
Okay, let me-
West
West
Covina.
Covina, back
Can
to
you
the
see
hotel.
that?
Guys, I'm gonna, okay. Guys, let's talk distance. This is explain ko lang sa audience.
Okay, okay.
This is a 71-year-old person. Rockstar. No complaints. Had to travel. And if you're in the Philippines, let's say Quezon City is your destination. It's like Quezon City to Makati and then back to Quezon City. And then Quezon City to Santa Rosa, then back to Quezon City. And then Quezon City to Tagaytay, then back to Quezon City. So yun yung distance. That's the distance traveled by Ka Freddy with no complaints.
No complaint.
There you go.
at all. Not even, like si Mangot, no? It's okay.
He never said that he was tired.
Oh, we're also worried about that, but
Yeah.
he seems enjoying every minute of it. Like, like saying like, okay, shall I put this way?
Yeah.
Like he's so used to it.
Yeah,
like,
so used to it that he said, well, guys, this may be my last, the last time I've been seeing you and being,
Around you
together
guys.
around you.
Right.
So why not make the most of it?
Yeah.
We never know what life
yeah.
lies ahead, right? So
Is
just like,
it not true that he also did not necessarily want these events to be too crowded on the meet and greets?
Yeah.
He
yeah.
wanted them to be kind of low key, not
Yeah.
low key, yes,
packed
that's
with
true.
people.
Yeah,
He likes it to have intimate,
very intimate.
more intimate with his old friends and followers.
Yeah.
The don't cry for me, Argentina.
Yeah.
I mean, she's about to cry.
But that person, because I was always driving when he's at work, so he will always sit in the front seat, and the kids and Jovi will be sleeping. He will just keep on talking to me because I'm not, I expect him to fall asleep too,
Yeah.
But no, he teach me a lot of things, which is really cool.
And then we have this.
Okay.
Signature.
We have
You're
this.
lucky.
Oh, nga. Like, imagine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Imagine we have this. This is my guitar that he signed. Ayan yung date, guys. August 15, 24.
Oh my God. Lucky indeed.
Yeah.
Imagine, no? Like,
The godfather of OPM.
wow.
Yeah.
Is it Photoshop? Nah. Sorry.
So on Saturday, May 24 here in the US, it was funny because a few months ago, we were talking because there was this person who ripped and stole his song and posted it on Spotify, and I mentioned it to him.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to tell my people about that. Thanks for letting me know. Because I'm like, I've sent him, I go, listen to this song. It's so nice. And then he calls me and says, that's my song.
Oh my God.
I go, I know. Well, where'd you find this? I go, it's on Spotify. Oh, I'm going to talk to my reps. And
Oh my God.
Yeah, publisher. Right?
so that was the last conversation I had with him. And then on over the weekend, on Saturday, I called him because my friend had a vinyl of Anak that was pressed in Korea. And I was FaceTiming him because I wanted to show it to him, and I wanted to say, I have this. Do you have this? Because remember, he's like,
Yeah.
oh, I have all the versions.
Yeah.
And he never picked up my call. Normally, when I text or call, he would.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he answers all the
You
time.
always answer. Or
He would
That's when
pick
I
up.
thought,
Write a
like,
comment.
wait, he's not making comments on my.
Yeah.
That's when I.
Because he's very active, Paul. Like he's
Yeah, social media. I've seen
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Every time.
And so that was and then
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
right.
With
And
this.
they always mention Allah. Yes.
Who told you that he passed? Was it Malu?
We'll do that.
What was your reaction?
Well, first she comes up to me and she starts crying on my shoulder. And I'm like, those are tears that somebody passed away. Who died? And she told me Freddie Aguilar. I was sad too. I don't think I cried, but I wanted to. I was just very sad to hear that news because it's very rare that you meet somebody and immediately they touch your heart, they touch your lives. You know, so like immediately, just like that, you're instantly drawn to them as for their charisma, for their charm, for their intelligence, you know. So such a rare soul he was.
How about you?
That's the best message I gave to Jericho, the son, because he's really hurting. I'm sure because he was so close to him. And I said, you gotta continue his legacy.
Well, I'll get back to that statement. I want to hear your reaction when you heard the news.
I saw it I was watching YouTube. That's what I do when I get home. And I saw it on YouTube, the TV, not in a, And I saw, is it real? And then I looked it up. And it turned out to be, there's a lot of hoax in YouTube. So there's a lot of, I looked it up and it was right. It was, the legend has passed away. The icon, that one of the pillars in OPM history. Sad.
Different, no? Like, there's no...
Because it's like, it's... My forte is LA's rock scene or, OPM icons that carried, the music.
Yeah. How about...
It's sad.
And the thought that, when they leave and go to another country, that's fine because you can always go to that country or... But when they die, it's like, that's it.
Yeah, no.
Finish or not finish, pass your papers. Kinda. How about you, Imelda?
Sorry. I was at my work when I started, like, what? My phone keep on, getting some notifications. And then I started to get some messages from my friends because, of course, they are aware that we are the producers of Freddie Aguilar, the last concert, Freddie Aguilar at kanyang mga anak concert. So they were asking, do you know, you better tell Bossing and Malu about this. They keep on texting us. And then, oh my God, I said, what? So I was really in shock and I don't even know. And I was like, my knees are
We're
shaking.
trembling, yeah.
And then, who I remember? My dad. Because my dad is 85 years old. This was his first time to visit the U.S., of course, with us. And
With us the whole
he's
time.
so happy. And my dad, all the time, even when we pick him up from the airport, my dad was there.
He was happy,
And he was so happy, like, the joy overflowing. Like, I haven't seen my dad like that, so excited. And I was like, oh my God, Dad, did you bring your medications with you? Because I never seen him like that. So he was like,
Overjoyed.
overjoyed. Like I finally met Freddie Aguilar, and he was from day one when we picked them up to the last time that
Yeah.
he was like so excited. And then that worried me when I got that news.
Because how will you tell
How
your
did I
dad?
tell my dad about that? Because I remember, my dad, all the like 300 plus pictures of my dad with Freddie Aguilar, because Freddie Aguilar was so nice to him, like, Tay, sit beside me when we were at
That's
Lomita. And then I said to Dad, don't sit there because Joby should sit there, not you. You know what my dad said? Oh no, Freddie Aguilar, sabi niya eh. May daw ako sa tabi niya eh. I can't. I said, oh, okay. And I saw how, proud
He was, yeah.
because of that reaction and that comment made by Freddie Aguilar, like he was giving importance to my dad, So
So how did you break? How did you break the news?
Well, I don't even know. I
Does he know
no,
up to now?
no, oh no. And the first day that I learned about that, I immediately contacted my sister. I said, "Sis, this happened to Freddie Aguilar." I said, "Really?" But please, I even told my sister, "Don't say that to Dad. Don't tell this news to my dad, to our dad, because we don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
And if you did, please do it in the daytime, not at night."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God, how will I tell them? So finally, that following day, and my dad, early in the morning, he still didn't know what's going on. I said, "Dad, are you, calm down, okay, so are you sitting right now?" Stuff like that to make him really comfortable, making sure he's okay. And then I started saying that. He's speechless. I said, "Dad, are you still there? Hello?" He said, "Yeah, I'm okay." But, he said, "Oh, I should have, I should have done what I promised to Freddie," that he said, "Come to
Come
our
visit.
house and visit us there, Tay." He said, "My dad, where is that?" I think Fairview. He said something like that.
Quezon City.
Quezon City,
Yeah.
right? He said, "Okay, I'll go there. I'll go there, that's for sure." Freddie Aguilar, Mr. Cap Freddie. It's sure. So my dad was like, I don't know what's... So my
Really
dad said,
sad.
yeah, but that's the best, by the way. August was the concert, right?
Yeah.
And my dad's birthday, September 11. That's the best gift that he ever had in his entire life, because, the idol, the icon, and he always makes sure that, "Tay, come here. Tay, do you want
He
this?"
took
Tay?
care of-
Yeah, it's like his
Like
own
a family,
father.
yeah.
So I said, "Oh my God, my dad, wow, this is the, oh my God, I can't explain
Wow.
my feeling that time, but superb,
Malu, you mentioned a while ago kausap mo si Jericho. Was it Jericho you were talking to? And you said he had to continue on the legacy. That's a tall order. I mean, I think no one can, and I say this with love also to the kids, but those are big shoes to fill.
I
Yeah,
know.
But what was going through your head? How did you find out about the news?
She called me, and then she went, "Malu, Freddie." I said, "Who's Freddie?" I even said Freddie Krueger.
yeah. I can't even say the word, the name.
Freddie, who? Freddie Aguilar, Anak. I didn't talk right away. Because I had that premonition when he left. I dropped him off with Jovi.
You felt that was the last time you were gonna see him. Honestly, did you feel that?
She told me that too.
She
said,
told
"I have
you?
this feeling I'm not going to see him again."
Yeah. And I watched him walk away until I couldn't see him no more. And I had this feeling that I want to go and run towards him and say thank you again. But I can't anymore, so I just broke down and cried. And then he said, "What
Yeah.
happened?" I said, "Why do I have this very strong feeling that this is my last time to see him? Like, I gotta go back there and say thank you."
I mean, did he show signs of weakness? Because when he was here,
no.
he seemed very
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah. He didn't, but I'm scared too. Why I felt that. Don't worry, I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes, it's right.
Really, I told him right away, because he was the driver that day.
What was your reaction, Carl, when Malu said that?
I said, nah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll see him again. We'll go visit him. He'll come back for the
So you know that the wife is always right.
truth. Yeah.
Yeah, of all.
But you guys had plans. You guys had plans to do another show in 2026.
Yeah, that may I say.
Yeah, go.
Because, okay. Remember when he had this interview with you, and then on our way back to the hotel, because I'm now the chauffeur because you left right that time.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was the one who dropped them off to the hotel.
From
our
here,
way- from here. And then he told me this. She said, "Would it be very nice, Imelda, if there will be another show, concert? You mean Cap Freddy at ang kanyang mga anak part 2?" And then he said, "This time, with my pasaway, Megan." He said the word pasaway. I said, "Oh, okay, Megan." Oh,
Megan is daughter, yeah.
Yeah, my daughter. But she said, and Joby was at the back of that back seat. So, you mean to say with Megan? Yeah, you know why? Because everywhere I go, they always about Megan.
Yeah.
Megan. Said, why not bring Megan here? Because Megan, she's very talented anyway, I said, but that would be good. And so you will do, they're gonna be playing the guitar again, your sons. I said, this time I will bring the Watawat band.
Wow.
Wow! I said, woo!
Yeah.
And it
He
was
does
traffic,
that.
so we're having a good time, doing this conversation.
Some
And then he
big
said,
pl-
okay, so you have the Watawat band and the family, yes. And what else? And he said, there be like guest singers, because I'm excited. I said, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be singing. But he said, no, there will only be one guest. Only one.
One guess. Who is
One
this
guest.
guest?
And he said this, even Joby can testify. He said, Sampaguita. I said, okay,
Sampaguita. Wow.
Very good friend. I said, Sampaguita. Oh, I said, you know what, Ka Freddy? I've been chatting with with Sampaguita even when you're not here yet. I've been, inviting Sampaguita because I said, I like Sampaguita. I love the songs. And in fact, they call me like Sampaguita.
That's your forte.
Yeah, that's my forte. They're always teasing me whenever time they call my name on,
When you sing,
because Sampaguita, I said, but I'm so excited. So we have Cap Freddy and Sampaguita, but I don't think so. I said, do you think so? Why? Because Sampaguita told me when I invited her, I'm sorry, Imelda, I would love to go back to the US, but I haven't overcome this fear of heights.
So she doesn't want to fly.
No.
No, because she was always high.
Oh.
Okay. Oh no.
I got tired of it.
Is there a story behind that with you and her?
Yeah.
But
She told me that.
what,
She told me that.
really?
She told me that we were in the dressing room
Joking,
in Metro Walk.
Okay.
Really, she said, during the 60s, we were always in Hollywood. Drugs were everywhere, and I don't like it.
But okay.
It wasn't. She will say it's true.
High in spirit.
She's still another cool girl.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there's a solution to the problem.
What was the solution?
His solution is this. He said, well, I already spoke to Sampaguita about this. And he said, Sampaguita will only come over here to the US again if Cap Freddy is with her, in the plane. And not only that, seated beside her. So that solved the problem. So Sampaguita will be here in 2026 with me and the Watawat band and Megan, may pasaway anak. He always say pasaway, but like a sweet
Silly
thing.
something.
Silly lambing, like may pasaway Megan. So I said, Wow, that's like a really very, 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 very awesome concert.
Yeah.
So that's about it. But
So what's the plan? Among the four of you, who got in touch with the family after he passed away? You.
I did, yeah. I called all my artists, Father's Mustache, because I want to confirm it, But I couldn't talk to Jericho, I couldn't talk to Jovi. Called one of the singers in Mustache. And he said, it's true.
yeah.
And then I called the producer in New York. Said, bad news. Our friend left us. So that's the confirmation that I got. If that guy is so close to Freddie.
So what now? What now that there's that big void that Freddy left? When you mentioned to Jericho to continue his father's legacy, what was going on through your head? How can the legacy be continued?
It's not only the way, what I meant is to continue the style of his dad, because I could tell how good and talented that boy is. How he loves music, how he can feel it, when he plays
He has
it.
so much passion.
Yes.
Yep.
Like
And
he's a legend on his own name.
Yes.
I told him he's my favorite guitarist.
When he was doing this,
Like
Yes.
He's on
closing with
trance.
time.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yes.
Yeah, Paul had mentioned it. So describe the two boys. They were like
talented, man. Like,
yeah, they own
they,
have their
yeah,
different
yeah.
talents, but
The other's a rapper. The other
Rapper,
one's
yes.
is a gifted guitarist. Like, he's a legend, man. I don't know what to put, but he could be one of those mastering guitars.
Yeah.
It's like he's very passionate too.
Did you see the dad when the kids were playing?
They all just intertwined.
yeah,
It's like a triumvirate, man.
Wow.
like a
Where all
pyramid.
three of them, one raps and then the other one
He still
guitars, and
does
then
it.
they're all complementing each other. It's
Yeah.
like how
Was that that was the second time you saw Freddie at ang kanyang mga anak, right? That was the second time.
Second time.
Yeah. I never get in touch with them personally, but I'm there, capture the moment and out.
So we had also the chance to have to sing with him, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yes.
during the day that we're having lunch to go to Burbank,
To the hotel.
from the hotel, I said, let's sing Himig.
The title is Himig.
Himig.
Himig, yes.
Himig. Okay, but we really don't know. Checking YouTube.
And we were, I think we were having breakfast that time, right? In the
Brunch,
hotel.
brunch.
Oh, brunch. I mean,
So
brunch.
he said, okay, you do the first part, you do the second part, and we all
sing
sing
together.
together in the chorus part.
Yeah.
Then I'll take the third one.
And we didn't even
Okay.
practice,
We
right?
didn't-
No
okay,
practice.
We'll see you there. we were fearless.
So para pala kayong you guys were like Paul Pablo.
Yeah.
Anything, let's just go there.
Just
Yeah,
go
we're
there.
having
Whatever
fun.
happens, happens.
And then when we're
What's
on
the worst
stage,
that can happen?
Your band got to join one.
And we were on
Yeah.
stage. Oh, it's very, what do you call this? Is really very helpful.
Energetic,
Like, yes.
yeah.
So when we were
The energy.
the energy.
They
and
were all
everything.
good.
Oh my God.
They were all good. Just I'm sitting there recording it. I was like, galing, oh. Icon. Dalawang legendary mga LA din to. So, them singing
Yeah.
alongside.
And
it's
before
like,
that, we were running around.
Yes.
yeah, in
I was
between
on my
pa ng show.
I was in my t-shirt.
And then I could hear Tita Malu going, no, she does that. I was like, I'm just an observer. But she's a comedian
Okay.
and she's a cheerleader. Because they have to run
I
all
know,
the
right?
all the
Oh my God.
the
And he-
openers.
And I'm here in the, in the entrance door, like, welcoming the guests. And Malu is there like, do you want sunglasses? I have something here. You want to buy this? It's $10. I said, Malu. We're all having fun. Like we have some,
Yes, so much
things like,
fun.
right? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, we
I didn't want to pick him up in the airport. In the hotel. Are you sure you want to go home?
and when we were singing that himig, of course,
Yeah.
because we didn't practice at all, so naturally we cannot,
Yeah.
We did our own version of
Yeah,
it.
we did our
And
own
he
version.
didn't mind.
Palusot.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I did
You
the
didn't
reels
show
of
if you
it.
did.
Yeah, we did that. And she
Yeah.
said, and then you can see him like nodding, like, okay,
Yeah.
come in now.
Yeah.
And then when
Okay,
we didn't,
don't worry, we're gonna see you there.
Okay, and then he's still strumming like that.
Yeah.
Didn't affect the beat. It didn't affect the
nothing.
beat.
It just
They didn't
sounded
even
just a
notice.
full flow.
Yeah. Amy, that's the title. You
And
know,
it's funny.
Now they're watching it on Facebook. I created a reel about it. It is all three of us singing.
okay,
It's really
how about a line? Oh, dinggin mo ang awit. Oh, dinggin mo ang iwit na awitin sa'yo habang mayroong tinig. Isn't that something? Like, you know,
Nakakaiyak.
as long as I'm here singing,
As long as I have the voice,
I have the voice,
I will keep on
I'll
singing.
keep on
to you.
singing for everybody.
And you know what? Now that Ka Freddie is gone, his songs will live
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
That was my dedication to him. I said, your songs and your
Yeah.
advices will live forever in my heart.
How do you want? What are you going to miss, Paul?
Siyempre,
Not to
icon
this guy.
eh. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, wala na yung icon. Nababawasan na yung mga icon sa Philippines. You know,
Yeah.
they're all getting older.
Yeah.
And, you know, time is... you know,
And it's different.
it
no?
is.
It is
It's only a
different.
few na lang, di ba?
Yeah.
Even someone will come out
So I
new.
nakaka-treasure yung
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah.
And to be able to look back.
But for me to be able to bring back that kind of music,
Moment, yeah.
Organic,
Right.
organic.
right?
Yeah.
That's the one I was trying to tell you. Don't you want to experience this?
Yeah.
It's all like karaoke already. Sorry.
No, but it's true, Carl. Right? Organic music. Maybe
Nothing
that
about karaoke.
that got to you because you know how it is to work with a real band,
Yeah.
right? But seeing him organically, just with a guitar.
Yeah.
Who do you see that with? Ed Sheeran, right?
Yeah,
But then again, you got the OG. Oh my God, goosebumps! You got the OG of the acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
bringing out the,
Another example, years and years ago, I saw Dan Fogelberg, just him and an
Yep.
acoustic guitar on
Yeah.
stage.
And it's
What a
good.
difference and what a show. Wow. Just, yeah.
I told you I'm looking for a harp player, and I'm gonna present myself with a harp player.
my neighbor is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
Book her.
How about you? What are you gonna miss?
I'm gonna miss his comments.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. And then he will share something that remember this song. I was a kid during that time, but I remember it. I remember how he told me that when you were little you were already like that. I said, what do you mean? I said, you're never late with your gigs. A lot of kids like you will just don't care if they play or not because they have money. So I told him, you think
What did he call you? What was your nickname? His nickname for you? What did he call you?
Who?
Like the cute one or something like that? Or
what?
What was his nickname?
what did he call you? When you were little, what did he call you?
Maldita.
Oh, he called Melanyang Witwit.
Melanyang Witwit.
Because every show I'm there.
Groupie.
No, I'm trying to learn what are the songs that I have to play. I was 14, come on.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
have to learn. Like, am I singing the right songs or who am? And they will tell me, oh, you should sing Joan Baez. He thinks I had Joan Baez voice before. So, and he thinks that the way I work today, if I keep on doing that, he said you're gonna go somewhere, and you just keep on talking to your investors, like that, those kind of things. And when he told me one time, like, hey, I sometimes approach the politicians for help, but mostly it's not for me,
Yeah. It's for other people, yeah.
Yeah, so that's when I realized, oh, this guy is cool, man.
How about you, Imelda? What will you miss?
Well, I'm gonna miss all those, like the stories he's been telling us.
Yeah.
Like those iconic stories and all those the love
Olonga
stories.
po.
love story
No longer
and stuff like that. Oh yes, and of course. Oh, I think by the way, when he was here, he talked about something like he gonna compile all his songs, like to make it like a 50.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember
so
that.
I don't really know. I'm not aware if he pushed through with that or
No.
it's like never happened.
What I'm gonna miss with Ka Freddy is his advocacy in pushing for OPM and pushing OPM, because like he was very uncompromising.
True.
And he's one of the reasons why songwriters fought for their rights to their music because of what happened to him with Anak.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
true.
yes.
I mean,
He was a victim.
and he championed the songwriters, and thank you for bringing him here, because even me, childhood dream fulfilled. It's different.
Remember how it started. I remember he messaged me first. Tol, for your foundation, I'm coming to US. Contact Neil.
Yeah.
That's how
New
it's.
York.
He told me.
See,
And then Neil gave me a prize, but Neil said, "This is a foundation. Go talk to him." So I went back to him, and we were blessed that he was meant for us.
yeah.
True. Like we are
He has
destined
to say goodbye to the little girl, man.
What is the Rockstar Foundation going to do moving forward? And ikaw rin, Imelda, what are you guys going to do moving forward before we close?
We're planning, right?
Yeah, that's what I told you. Like, Rockstars Foundation is for children all over the world. So I'm still worried about children here in America right now, that the only caregivers that they have had been deported. There must be something, to advocate this, like a permit for them to stay, because there's a proof that there's a very sick child here. I think that is still covered by my foundation.
Okay. How about you, Imelda? Shows, events that you want to promote?
Oh, yeah. Actually, this is it. This Friday, we have this. Can I say? Okay, the concert.
Of
Alright.
course.
On May 30th, this will be on Friday. We have Sweet Notes. Me, Malu, and of course Michael Gerolan are the guest performers. And
Divo.
and Divo, of course,
Yeah.
yes. Under the production of Raquel, right?
Villa
Of
Verde,
Villa
yeah.
Verde. Okay. So, luckily, I was like, they've been asking me, the producers are asking, Imelda, please give me your song. Give me your song. What will be your song? We only given like one song.
Yeah.
Yeah, only one song to sing in that concert. I said, okay, I've been thinking. That was before the death of
Of Freddie.
And I finally came to my, why not? I want to show my love.
Yeah.
My,
You want to
How
honor
important,
him.
Cup ready.
One last
We should do
One
a
last
tribute.
hooray, Like I said, Anak, that will be my song. So I gave that song to them and said, I'll sing Anak.
No crying there,
No
because,
crying, I know.
might affect our makeup.
Don't say like that there, huh? So
No,
I won't-
that is
do not
already
say-
given.
Okay, my God.
That's why I make myself pretty so they don't notice it.
Okay.
How about you, Carl? What will you miss about Freddie during the short time that you spent with him, and the big impact that he had on
Certainly
on you?
offers the opportunity to hang out with him again, to listen to
Listen
him
to
talk,
him.
his knowledge, his wisdom, just to hang out, just to be in his presence, and just he's such a cool guy, Just fun to hang out with, man. You're super cool, and we had a good time. We always had a good time. Even we're sitting in the car, we had a good time.
Yeah.
Restaurants, wherever, all the whole time it was.
You
it was
won't feel
nice.
awkward.
And he won't make you feel alienated, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Very
no.
inclusive, yeah.
Like you're the same,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, just a normal guy who happens to be very, very famous and very, very talented. Yeah, definitely missed the opportunity to hang out with him again.
That's
What you put
true.
there, babe.
Did you know he asked me while I was driving to let me hear your song. No.
You said no?
No, I'm not done yet. Jericho was in the front seat. Tita, no.
Never been shining light.
But then I played it, right?
Yeah.
And then when it's done, I said, don't say nothing. I beg thee. I beg thee. It was quiet. Thank you, Lord.
Paul, nurse yan eh. Frontliner natin yan, si Paul. 72 is a young age to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Tips before we go. How do you take care of yourself? What do you need to do?
Yung Bilyame said, mag-exercise tayo tuwing umaga.
Yun talaga eh, no?
And the right food, huh?
I don't know, I don't do it. It's like do as I say, not as I do, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Belly full of
I mean,
And always go for a checkup.
Yeah.
Regular checkup.
But what are you going to miss that now that Ka Freddy's?
I'll miss yung times na he shared with me and capturing that moment, you know, it's personal, true person, you know.
Yeah.
And it was so funny kasi before he got to the stage, me, him,
Yeah.
behind the doors because the two kids are playing already, right?
Yeah.
And it was just me taking photos down there. And he was just standing. It's like, you know, I didn't want to bother him. I was like, Freddie. and then I had it also on video. And I was like, and then I was waiting until he gets to open the door. So hindi ko pa na-upload yun. So I'll upload that.
Yeah, I got
It's like,
it.
you know, pag-open ng pinto, sinundan ko siya hanggang sa stage. That everybody was laughing, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like, I got that moment. Na hindi ko pa na-upload. I have all these footages na, like now,
Stolen.
yeah.
Stolen.
Hindi kasi ano eh, flow lang siya.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's memory, you know, that's,
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna upload it soon. Tsaka yung acapella niya na ano. So, it's
Bayan
coming
ko,
up.
yung bayan ko,
Yes.
nakakaano
Yun yung 8 minutes
grabe
long na
yun.
kantang yun.
Yeah.
Ang ganda.
I
Umiyak
just
ako
I just
doon.
looked at it last night. It was like
Umiyak ako
I
doon.
gotta put this up.
Yes.
Because I only
Umiyak ako
put
doon,
up
tapos
I only put up like a few one video of him, a video with them. That's the only footage I uploaded. So now I'm gonna put some more.
All together.
You know what
Memory niya.
what an epiphany, no? Like you, me, because of what both of them did. The three of you, Carl, you included, because of what you guys did, you and I were able to capture moments that will never come back.
Correct.
Sadly, right?
The wisdom that he imparted. There's a reason why I took out the chair.
Yeah.
Because that chair was his when you guys were here. Diba? So, you know, like, thank you. And you know, to the family, to the Aguilar family, thank you that Freddie Aguilar came to this world to inspire us
Correct.
and to add color to our music palette. No? Life is good. Life is good because of him, and life is going to be different because of his loss.
Yeah.
Also.
That's true.
No?
We get to
he will-
enjoy him one more time, no?
Yes, he will be missed.
It's nakakatindig balahibo kasi, you know, may one time pa pala na makasama natin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We're so blessed.
We're so
We're
blessed.
so blessed.
Yes.
Yes.
Who knew? Well, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Paul, Pablo, Imelda Bossing, Malu Toler, Carl, thank you so much. Don't forget, May 30, Sweet Notes. Kasama kayo?
Yeah.
Oh, meron pa?
Pero pa, nakapag-ano na namin mami. Kasi we want the Nina Chris Lawrence on July 25th.
There you go.
June 14.
Yes.
Yon.
And September 9, Jackie, of course, Brian McKnight.
Oy! Papuntahin dito yan.
And luckily, and of course, I'm so, delighted, just like what, I have bonded with Freddie Aguilar, of course, Freddie, Brian McKnight. I'll be one of the people.
Wow! Photo Op Studios. Thank you very much, Paul Pablo. Thank you.
Thank you, Kap Freddie. We love you wherever you are.
Kap Freddy, salamat.
Love you, Kap Freddie. Rest in peace.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.